This show is really well done, and you don't have to be a League of Legends fan to enjoy it. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Arcane, League of Legends. It's a Netflix animated show. It's 9 episodes. They're about 40 minutes each. You can look at it like every 3 episodes is like a part. So there's 3 parts. The show focuses on Vi and Powder. And in part 1, the first 3 episodes, you meet the characters. The setting is a character. You have like the rich folk. They live in this town called Piltover. And then you have the poor folk. They live in this place called Underground. And Vi and Powder live in the Underground. Vi has this group, her crew that she runs with, and they do different jobs to make money to survive in the Underground. Vander basically taught her everything she knows. He's like the mayor of the Underground. He owns a bar. Everybody knows Vander. They respect Vander because he does what he does what he needs to protect the people of the Underground. You have people in Piltover who are like counselors and inventors, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make things to get more money for Piltover. They don't really mess with the Underground like that. They will go down there to take care of business, to say, it's not a real good working relationship. But Vander does what he does to, keep things peaceful between the two groups. And, in the first part, you meet all these different characters and their connections. There's a lot about family, a lot about friendship, in this particular story. I don't want to spoil too much. That's why I'm being very vague. And, in part 2, everything changes. I've never seen a show actually do this before, where the first 3 episodes, you're like, okay, this is getting interesting. And it's a climactic episode 3. A lot of things happen in episode 3. And then in episode 4, it's literally a time jump. Like, things have changed. Everyone is older. The Underground is less stable than before. Piltover is thriving all of a sudden, and you start seeing these characters you saw in the first part just an episode ago, and they look so much different. And it's like, wow, they really did this, and it's interesting. It keeps you more engaged. Like, when I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, they went forward and they showing you these characters again. It doesn't have to be a whole season and then season 2 they show the people older. It's just like, no, episode 4 we going forward with, and it's different. I wasn't expecting that. And you start spending time with different characters. Some from part 1 that you saw before, like Powder and Vi. You see them in part 2, but you spend a little bit more time in Piltover in part 2, with just everything changing around them, and they're looking to see what they can do next to go further. The Underground, again, it's a lot of different shady people in the Underground. They're trying to take over certain things down there, but they also want their independence from Piltover. So there's a lot of conflict. As the episodes continue, the action gets a little bit better. There's a lot of different fight scenes. Vi likes to fight particularly. She does really well with hand-to-hand combat. And it's fun. The music is really good, including the intro, but the music blends perfectly with the action. And then when you go to part 3, it's definitely more action heavy in part 3. And you again meet people that you saw in part 1 that you haven't seen in a while. And there are tough decisions to be made on both sides for both cities, as they're trying to figure things out. And it was fun. It was entertaining. You worried about certain characters. You worried about the relationships that you see being formed in part 1, and what was going to happen going forward for like episodes 7, 8, and 9. It was a lot of different things happening, and I was entertained throughout. It's again, it's based on a video game, but you don't have to know about the video game. I never played League of Legends, and I was just invested in all the characters that I met, on this journey. So it's definitely a show you should check out. If you like animation, definitely watch it. There's enough fighting. There's enough action sequences. The characters are likable. There's characters you're going to despise as well. But it was fun. There's magic happening. There's fighting happening. There's character growth, character building, relationship building. And it's something different in terms of like the time jump that happens. And break it down, 3 parts. watch 1 through 3, and if you like it, keep going forward. It's called Arcane League of Legends. It's on Netflix. If you've seen it, please let me know what you thought about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.